Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Well, it is about 6:50 p.m. and Alex got home just a little bit ago and he is upstairs in bed looking at TikToks, hanging out with Boo Radley. And I am going to vlog for just a short period of time today because my day has just been going like this, and Alex and I have some TV shows to catch up on tonight, and I want to hang out with him. And I think he's also going to run and get me some food, so I don't want him to have to do that too late. So, yeah, I'm just going to do kind of like a little update video over here, a little update vlog. I'm watching my neighbor across the street. She looks very entranced in doing her garden and figuring things out. You look confused.
Well, I'm trying to figure things out.
What are you trying to figure out?
Where I want to dig next.
Where you're gonna dig next? I think you've ran out of lawn.
Oh gosh, no.
You got all kinds of places, huh?
Yeah, and I've got lots of mums to plant.
She's got lots of mums to plant. So, got a good night's sleep, and got up today, and was just kind of doing stuff around the house. I was doing more laundry, towels, and cleaning the kitchen, and doing a bunch of stuff, and hanging out with Boo Radley. I let him run around the backyard for a really long time today. And then I was sitting out on my front porch, and my neighbor across the street, not her, but the one to the right, she was walking back with her, like, inner tube. I said it in my video earlier, my drama video, and I was like, do we say inner tube today, or do we say raft, or what do we say? So she was, but it was like this big inner tube raft kind of thing, and I said, did you just go to the pool? Because I knew that it's either tomorrow or today, but I think it's today, because I think it's the 15th is the last day that the pool is open, and then they're closing the pool. So I had thought about going up on the last day to kind of commemorate the ending of summer, so to speak, and the pool closing. But when I got up today, it was warm, but it wasn't super warm, and so I was like, well, it's not really, like, Caroline always laughs at me because she's like, if it's not 90 or 95 outside in full sun, like, Peter doesn't want to go to, she's like standing back in the street now looking at her. It looks beautiful. It does look beautiful.
Well, I've got lots more to do. When are you going to go down and get your stuff?
As soon as I finish the walkway, probably Sunday or Monday.
All right.
I got it all figured out, what I'm doing up here.
Good. All right.
But I'm not going to get my pumpkins yet. I was telling her that yesterday because my pumpkins, well, I talked about that on here. They got so mushy last year. But anyway, Caroline always jokes with me because she's like, if it's not 90 or 95, it's not a pool day for Peter because you can't lay out, you know, unless it's like full sun and 95. But, like, I don't love to go to the pool, you know, when it's like cloudy and whatever. So, hey. This woman that just walked by, her dog's name is Boo, too. But because of that song, A Dog Named Boo or whatever, do you guys know that song? That's what she said she named it. But anyway, I think that's what she said to me. But anyway, so I was sitting here and I was like, just go to the pool. Like, it's your last day. You don't have a bunch to do today. Just go to the pool. Like, go up there for 20, 30 minutes. You know, you'll be happy that you did. So I went down, I got my swimsuit and my towel, and got my bag ready, and I walked up to the pool. There was nobody up there. I filmed a video, actually, for my Peter Does Stuff channel of my last swim at the pool. And, oh, she said, my neighbor across the street, I said, was it cold? She goes, it was freezing. And it was cold. It wasn't too bad. Like, if, like, let's say if, like, Caroline had been up there with me to, like, hang out at the pool, although Caroline doesn't like to get in the pool when it's, like, super cold. I probably would have hung out in the pool a little bit more. But since I was just by myself, I was kind of bored, and I was just like sitting on the step. And so I was just like sitting on the step drinking. I took some coffee up there like I did last summer. And so I just sat on the step and yeah, I just kind of like took it in for a little bit and watched the ripples on the water, and it was nice. It was real nice. It was relaxing, and I'm glad I did it because there was a dad riding a bike with his little daughter on the back. I don't know, it was kind of like saying goodbye to summer a little bit. And I think we're supposed to have 2 days next week that are really nice, like 85 and 87. But as sad as I am for summer to be over, I'm like also like really ready for fall, as I have said in previous videos. So I'm glad I went to the pool today. And I feel like I went to the pool quite a bit over the summer. Like, I definitely could have gone to the pool a lot more. But we also didn't have tons of really nice weather. Like, August wasn't super hot, you know? So I came back and I filmed a drama video while I was uploading my Peter Does Stuff video about the pool. And then I filmed a Peterisms video. And it was these 2 meditations, you guys, that I really, really liked. One of them was from a book that my dad and my stepmom gave me. And it was about self-worth. And it was talking about, like, when you work on having self-worth and self-value, but, like, you still have that, well, it didn't say this word, but this was the word that I said in explaining it, but you have that saboteur in your head, which I think is, like, something that we talk a lot about in today's time. And, you know, you can have people around you, like, singing your successes and singing your praises and, you know, being proud of you, and you can be proud of yourself, and you can have really strong self-worth. But if it's something that you've worked with most of your life, or if you've been beaten down, or you have trauma or abuse, or you come from addiction or whatever, you know, in your life, and you have beaten yourself up at times, that one comment that somebody makes, or and I know that sounds silly, but like just one comment that somebody makes can like absolutely bring you down, you know, and tear you down again. And so it's like you have to work all over to do all of this work to build yourself up, to feel better about yourself. And I like so related to this meditation. And then the second one was about getting through hard times. So I was sitting there and I was putting up my drama video and I was making my thumbnail, and Alex came home, and while I was talking to Alex, I like put the memory card back in the camera and I was like replacing the battery to go vlog, because I was getting ready to come out here and vlog after I hung out with him for a little bit. And whenever I do that, like after I've already uploaded my last video, like I go in on my memory card and I just delete everything off of it, because if I don't, then when I like upload my memory card, it uploads like all the previous videos. Like, so like let's say if I didn't delete any videos from like the last week and I had 10 on there, like every time that I would upload my memory card, unless I just picked that specific thing to upload, I would upload like all 10 videos. So it's easier for me just to delete like everything that's on the memory card. I deleted my Peterisms video. But other than getting myself all worked up about it and beating myself up, I was just like, well, it is what it is. No Peterisms video today, so, but yeah. I love that she's like walking from all these different angles looking at the garden. What do you think?
It's there.
I love that you're like walking from all these different angles looking at it.
That's right.
Now she's standing right in front of my mailbox.
Got a bunch more mums.
Did you get more?
Well, I have about 13 altogether.
How many?
13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bye. You know, I go big.
Did you get them all from the same place?
No, I got 9 at Sullivan's. I got 2 from our Master Garden Association. Then I got a couple from work.
She's already got her Halloween stuff out.
Oh.
Those pumpkins aren't gonna make it to Halloween.
Get more.
What was for dinner tonight?
Snacks.
Snacks?
Yeah, we didn't really have it.
That's not like you guys at all.
I'm busy. How about you? You having your dinner delivered?
I haven't had dinner yet. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have yet. I'm kind of craving a grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Huh, that's funny. Because some friends of mine, that's what they had for dinner last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get to be that kind of year.
You know you're getting older when you ask everybody what they're having for dinner.
Well, look who's here.
Oh, look. I know you guys were like, this is just Peter talking to his neighbor.
Swimming?
Yeah.
Good.
There's my other neighbor. You already have your Halloween stuff out. No, the decorations, not... You're so dumb.
Because they have grandkids, I'm sure.
I'm wearing a costume already.
A Rex costume.
You're tan. You're really tan. Tell your wife I went to the pool today for the last swim of the summer.
Did you take food? Are you going to take food?
Maybe. I think he might be a little afraid, so we might take him after for the timid dogs. We might take him for the timid dogs.
Have you been to the casino?
Uh-uh.
I need to get up there sometime. It's been a long time. 3 years ago. I always like the roulette.
Have a nice walk. So they're doing this thing. I haven't really said anything on here because I don't know if we're going to do it or not. But they're doing this thing. So it's something that apparently like a lot of pools in Indianapolis do, and I wasn't aware of that. Like different like private pools and stuff like that do. And so our social chair was the one that organized it. Like after they closed down the pool for like the people, like humans, and it's drained, and so it's just like all like it's been like, I think if it closes today, yeah, because it has to be like 3 days or something like that for the water to just sit there. They're doing like a dog swim. And so the first part of it is like small dog swim, and then you can bring your dog up there for like a certain, like there's hours for small dogs, and then they do like big dogs, and it's just for people that live in our neighborhood. And then they're doing like a period of time for timid dogs that are like scared about their dogs. So if we do it, we'll probably take Boo Radley up there during that, but he's never been in water before, and I don't know if it'll scare him or not. I thought I might just like take him up there and put him like on the top. The top step is literally like that much water on top of it, so he could stand there. But I think it might really scare him, so I don't want to scare him like that, but I don't know. There's like some of these dogs that like jump in the lakes and stuff like that, and like then they like jump and like swim up on shore and whatever, and they're like these like Labrador dogs and stuff like that. I've seen like 1 or 2 in here that do that. My brother-in-law, his dog, Fufu, his dog, I can't remember what kind of dog it is. It's like a cow dog, something like that, but it loves to swim, and they live in San Diego, so they take it to the beach, and they like throw the balls, you know, and the frisbees and stuff like that, and it like goes and it'll run in the water and whatever. I think if you have a dog that's like a puppy, and it grows up around water, it probably isn't scared of water, you know what I mean? But, I know when we used to give the dogs baths back in the day, Tucker and Pee-Pee hated water. They like hated it. Boo Radley he didn't hate it at all. He didn't care. He just kind of like sit there and like let the water, you know, go over him. He didn't like it on his face, but I think most dogs don't like it, you know, on their face when you're washing, you know, the top of their head and stuff like that. But Tucker and Pee-Pee, they did not like to be bathed. But Boo Rowley he didn't mind too much. But I think it's so funny, like, after you wash your dogs, and then you, like, towel them dry, and then they, like, run all over the house, and they, like, shake down like that. Like, I think that's one of the funniest things ever. I love that. So then apparently after that is when they, like, drain the pool. And then the pool is done for the year. Somebody was telling me the other day that we're supposed to have, like a really cold winter. And did I talk about this already on here? For sitting out on the front porch. My friend Valerie's like, you need to get a space heater. And I'm like, I'm going to try to get a space heater out here so I can sit out here and do my vlogs and watch shows and stuff like that. Last night I sat inside and watched shows. What was I watching? Oh, I was watching, this was really interesting. So I love the drag queen Tommy Ross, and she's won like Miss Continental, Miss Black America. She's one of my favorites. And she's been around forever, and I didn't actually know much about her personal story. And so I just like was searching her on YouTube, and there was, oh, look at that dog, is so pretty. And there was this interview that she had done, and the majority of the interview was about her being trans. And she was talking about how they even asked her like what words she preferred, like female impersonator to drag queen, and she's like, well, she was like, I identify as a preoperative, that she's preoperative, that has a career as a drag queen. And so she was like, she went into this whole thing talking about the very first like gay bar that she ever went to. And it was so interesting when she was talking about it, because she was talking about these queens that like I have known ever since I came out, like Donna Day and Hot Chocolate, which is Larry Edwards, who works in Las Vegas, and Naomi Sims, who was like the very first entertainer of the year, like emeritus, and Super Famous, and Amazing Grace, and these people that literally like passed away in like the early 90s. Well, Larry Edwards didn't, Hot Chocolate, but like the majority of these people like passed away in the early 90s, you know? And so she was talking on there about, like, the person that was interviewing her was asking her, like, how did she know that she was trans in a world that we didn't really discuss things the way that we do in 2022, like, with being trans. And she was talking about how, like, she would go out with, like, or just in conversations that she would have with her, like, she kept on saying, like, gay guy friends, and she was like, there just was a disconnect there, that she identified with like these drag queens and these trans drag queens and things like that. And she talked about one called Champagne, that when she saw her, she felt like she saw herself. But she said there just was like a disconnect there, that, and it was interesting. She said this one thing, she said, you know, like, all of my friends would come back and they would like want to talk about their conquests, like their sexual conquests. And she was like, and I didn't do that. And she was like, because that's not how like a woman spoke. Like, and that's just how I was. Like, nobody told me that, but that's just how I felt. Like, you don't speak that way. And so it was just the whole interview was like so eye-opening and just really interesting, especially from somebody that had transitioned so long ago and like has been through the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, you know, the early 2000s, and now today. You know, it was so interesting in her talking about the whole like difference. And they asked her on there about like how she felt about RuPaul like not having trans drag queens on her show. And that was interesting too, because she took kind of a different stance on it, and she said, hey, that's your second walk today.
Well, I try to walk as often as I can.
Aww.
I love sweets.
She loves sweets, she said. She was walking by the pool when I was up there. I love this neighborhood so much. Like, I love it so much, just to sit here and be able to talk to people and stuff. It's so nice. But she was talking about, oh shoot, now I forgot what I was going to say. It doesn't matter. It was just a really interesting interview. I find, like, the weirdest things to watch. Oh, she's talking about RuPaul. And I thought, oh, this will be interesting because, you know, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, every time that I ever went, from the very first time that I ever went to a drag bar, a drag show in Indianapolis, which was Tomorrow's, which was on Meridian in Indianapolis. It's now, I think, a bank. But I can remember the very first person that I ever saw perform was this person named Samantha in Indianapolis, and she was trans. So I've never, since coming out in the summer of 1990, going to gay bars and seeing shows, and Indianapolis at that point was kind of the hub of drag in the Midwest a little bit. I've never not, like, Indianapolis, Louisville, and Chicago were big drag cities. I have never not known trans drag queens to be a big part of any show. And that's been a big topic of conversation because RuPaul, like, for a long time, if you were trans, you couldn't be on the show. And then just recently, in the last couple years, with Peppermint first, and then I think a lot of the cast from last year came out as trans during and after the show. And then, oh, why can't I think of her name? That won All Stars. She's beautiful. I can't think of her name. But anyway, it's like in my head, like it's the top of my tongue. It's like, it starts with an S. Anyway, so Tommy Ross was saying that it's RuPaul's show. RuPaul can do what, you know, RuPaul wants to do. And that, you know, was talking about different pageant systems within drag culture, and that there are a lot of drag pageants that, like, you can't have had any work done from, like, the neck down and be transitioned at all to enter the pageant. And so there's been kind of that kind of issue within the gay community as well when it comes to pageantry, and that RuPaul comes from that very kind of camp drag background culture of that drag queens, even though RuPaul's very aware of the trans representation within the drag community, that what RuPaul was wanting to do with the show was represent gay guys that dressed up as women, you know, and do the female impersonation. I thought it was interesting, the whole discussion. It was a really well done interview, really well done, to have 813 views on it. I just was blown away. I don't have my phone with me, but if you want to watch it, it's called, like, if you just look up Tommy Ross, it's by Diamond Styles, I think it's the person that interviewed her. And just a super interesting interview. I watch the most random stuff on YouTube, I really do. I like to watch a lot of documentaries on YouTube as well about stuff that, you know, I mean, there's so many good documentaries on, like, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, things like that. But there's also so many great documentaries on YouTube. And they're not as long sometimes. Some of them are just a half an hour about things. I mean, some of them are like student uploaded documentaries that they did in college or for doctorate programs, you know, or thesis programs. Some of them are like studies that people did. Some of them are just documentaries that people wanted to do on their own, and they're really interesting. I mean, I've watched documentaries about so many different things that are just so random. So yeah. Y'all, my plants are dead. It's time to throw them out for the summer, and they have more brown than green in them, even though they're still, I mean, they still have flowers. This one has a lot of, I mean, probably 30 red flowers on it and some little blue ones. But this one over here has probably 20 pink ones, a few yellow on the other side, and a couple blue ones on top. My fern, no matter what I do to it, just doesn't do great. It's time to get the mums. It's time to get the mums going. So anyway, I was going to tell you guys something else too. Such a beautiful evening tonight. It's like the sun is like casting on the leaves. It's like the perfect temperature outside too. It's probably like 73, 74 right now. It's really nice. Crickets or cicada or whatever they aren't that loud tonight, are they? I guess that's also the start of falls, when you know that that sound is over, right? It's a plane. That plane is far ahead. There's this new documentary coming out on Netflix called Sins of a Mother. Have you guys seen the trailer for this? I haven't watched the trailer yet, but a couple people have sent it to me. Oh, I know what I want to say. I want to say congratulations to Nikki on your sobriety. Shoot, I knew that there was something I wanted to do in my drama video today. I wanted to congratulate, well, I'll do that tomorrow. I wanted to congratulate her on her sobriety. Nikki is a big part of the True Crime Book Club, and she tweeted me and said that she was 2 years sober, and I'm very, very proud of her, and that is awesome, and she should be very proud of herself, and it's just a really cool thing. So congratulations to you, Nikki. I'm so proud of you, and feels like we're family, sober family. And I think that's a good place to end this vlog on, is congratulations to Nikki. So Nikki, if you're watching this, we love you, and congratulations to you. And for those of you that haven't asked, we are planning on starting the True Crime Book Club back up in October. Maybe it might be November, but Mel and I are looking at different books right now, trying to figure out different things to read. So yeah, October at the latest, November. I know I said September at the latest October, but just with my still not like reading a whole lot, I don't want to commit to something that I can't do, you know? So anyway, happy birthday, Nikki. We love you. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out on the porch with me. I really had a good time tonight. It was fun. It was very relaxing and calming, and I love you guys, and I hope that you're having a magically amazing, what is today? Is it Thursday? A magically amazing Thursday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And let's see. Remember these 3 very important things. Number 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. Number 2, practice random acts of kindness but don't tell anyone. And number 3, most importantly, make sure to reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. You might just be changing their day. And also remember to be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and most importantly, what? Be kinder and love yourself a little bit more, because you deserve it. And because you deserve it. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!